Can you imagine if you had a young toddler and your evening routine for that toddler included, sitting them in front of a television, watching a action movie and no bath time routine, no comfy pajamas and all the things. And you just really leave them in front of the TV watching some action-packed movie and then let them fall asleep. None of us really put our toddlers to bed that way. We had this whole evening routine that we were doing to help them fall asleep because we know if they don't sleep, we don't get to sleep. So we were very intentional to make sure that they had a good dinner and were able to, have their bellies full. And we made sure that they had a bath and they were, calmed down and they put the lotion and the comfy pajamas on and like the whole routine. Maybe then we sat and rocked them and we read them a bedtime story and just let everything, we started turning the lights down. We calmed everything down so that they would go to sleep and stay asleep. That was really the goal. And I feel like at some point as we entered into adolescence or adulthood, we forgot that we still actually need that. And most of us are trying to implement a morning routine and be successful with that, but we don't realize that it actually starts the night before. The evening routine is just as important as the morning routine. So I just want to encourage you, if you've never thought about an evening routine, there's a few things that I have found that have been really helpful, and I just want you to consider this might be something that could really be a game changer for you. So first of all, definitely trying to eat a good meal, but not like right before bedtime. Give your body some time to process and digest. So eating as early as you can for dinner, I think really, really helps. Then being able to think about what are the things that are activating my five senses. That's how we stay alert, is through the five senses. So if we begin to nurture our five senses and allow them to calm down, maybe we're playing more relaxing music in the evening and maybe we light some candles or have some essential oils and take a bubble bath and really let ourselves relax and calm down. This is so important because as a society, we really at this point have diseases that we're battling that are related to a lack of sleep. There's so many major diseases that are connected to not getting enough rest. So this is not just a good suggestion, it's actually become a health issue. And I feel like there's also this societal pressure that we have to be, uber productive and go and get 3 hours of sleep and be able to be productive on that. And it's not realistic. That's not how our bodies were designed. I find it fascinating that actually at the beginning in creation, in Genesis, whenever there was the very first day, it actually says there was evening and there was morning the first day. Evening came first. It's like God started our day in the evening and we think it starts in the morning. And there's still cultures today that see it that way, that view the evening as the start of the new day. And I wonder if maybe that would be kind of fun to start rewiring ourselves to think, okay, I'm actually starting and setting myself up for success the evening before my day, and see if that helps your mindset. Another thing that I think helps me tremendously is to have a brain dump. I have a mind that will keep thinking of all the things I still have to do, or maybe I come up with some idea that's, maybe going to be amazing, but I get it at like 8:30 at night. So I encourage you to have just a note on your phone or a notepad or whatever, but brain dump so that you're not keeping yourself activated by trying to remember that great idea or that to-do list that was in your mind. Go ahead and just deposit it onto something else outside of your brain so that your brain can rest. One last thing that I think really, really helps is to set aside the electronics. Even if it's just the last half hour, if you could do an hour before bedtime, that would be ideal. But let your mind and your eyes, all of your senses just take a break from all the electronic devices. I think that we've kept ourselves so overstimulated that we don't even understand how to just sit in quiet and maybe like read a book or something. We're used to being overstimulated and that now feels quiet and boring. But I feel like if we start to embrace that more and more, that we're going to be more peaceful, we're going to be better set up for successful sleeping. And I believe that that leads directly into us being able to have more energy, more creativity the next day. We're going to see a difference if we begin to implement an evening routine. So I hope that some of these ideas will just spur you to think about how could you begin to be intentional with your evening routine? Maybe some of the ideas that I've given you, you can start implementing, see if they work for you, or you'll come up with your own. But best of luck to you. Let's work on those evening routines.